Please beware of eye cavities. Horror's Ball is now in full HD. Sweeps month begins. What's up, everybody? Back to another Horror's Ball. I'm your gracious host, the Headbanger. Thanks for joining me. As I had said in the teaser that I did, September is Sweeps month here on YouTube. For those of you who don't know, in network television, they either have like a Sweeps month or a Sweeps week, and various television shows will basically be pressured to have like their best programming come up with big ideas to kind of push their ratings to go into the following season to get picked up for another season the following year. So that's what I'm doing here in the Horror's Ball. It's Sweeps month. We got a couple of special shows here, and today's extra special. Before I get going, let me remind everyone about the contest. Again, that ends September 28th. So you still have a few weeks to enter if you haven't. I've really gotten a really good response so far. Really appreciate everyone's entries. A lot of really good stuff. I really enjoyed watching all of your entries. We have really a lot of diverse picks. Again, it's one of your favorite horror film endings, one of your least favorite horror film endings, and for extra credit to get an extra entry into the contest, just pick a recommendation that I made in a previous Horror's Ball episode that you actually agree with, and of course explain why you agree with it. So again, September 20th it ends, and I hope some more of you out there will enter. So, okay, the topic today, follow the standard show as usual. I got a special guest appearance in this first segment, and then we'll go to the mailbag, which I got just one thing, but it's really cool, of live unboxing, and then we'll come back here, and I have a couple really good recommendations on a couple more newer films that have kind of got a lot of hype, a lot of talk over the last few months that I wanted to share with you guys. And then I will show you an extremely important public service announcement that I was chosen to do, and I'm really proud of it, and excited to show you guys that. And again, we are finally in HD, so I hope you really get to see all my my bad skin and all that. But hey, it's still, be careful. There is, with HD, you're going to be dealing with even more of a threat of the eye candy, which can create, of course, the eye cavity. So be extra careful. It's in HD now, so my radiance is in full force, so be careful of that. Beware of the sexy. It's on HD, so be careful. Again, I had put in the teaser there before that guest host. It's not actually guest host. I'm the fucking Headbanger. I'm the host. I'm not gonna change that. But there's a guest appearance. This person is going to do a review of a film. And as you can all imagine, I get hundreds of requests a week to appear on Horror's Ball, as you can imagine, and it's tough to go through all those. And I'm like, well, since it is Sweeps month, no better time than now to actually let someone do an appearance on here, have a guest appearance. So you're thinking, okay, Headbanger, who is this person? What are their credentials? So I'll give you them. This person, for me to allow this to happen, I had to go through all these requests, and so this person, of course, loves horror films. Obviously, they have great taste. Some of their favorite horror films, Halloween 4 is one of them, one of my favorites. Dawn of the Dead, obviously a classic. Some of the new ones, Dance of the Dead, The Children. So great taste in horror films. Loves to go to horror conventions. Loves zombies. So just a big horror fan, obviously, in general. Some personal stuff. They play guitar, sing. They're pursuing acting. They actually just last year nailed their first ever audition. It was just for a local indie picture, but they nailed an audition for that, for a small role in that. So that was very cool. That's really it. But ultimately, the biggest thing this person has to deal with, they live under the same roof as me. So they got to put up with the Headbanger on a day-to-day basis, and they deserve credit for that. So without further ado, the first ever guest appearance on Horror's Ball. with a review. This is my dark minion. She is 11 years old. She is my world. This is Little Headbanger doing her review. And B, honestly, on whether or not she will do anything in the future really depends on feedback. So please let me know, give me some feedback on this. She is an aspiring actress and musician, so she's obviously going to have to deal with constructive criticism. So don't be afraid to give that, and we'll see where it goes from there. So here we are, Little Headbanger doing a review here on Horror's Ball. Check it out.
Hi, I am Lil Headbanger, and today I will be reviewing a movie called Insidious from 2011. It is about a family that moves to a new house, and they think their son is in a coma, but he's not. Like, weird things start happening, and they hear voices in the baby monitor. Like, they see people that are like walking in front of their house, and there's this one midget that's dancing when the mother takes the garbage out, and it's really weird. So yeah, and then they have like a psychic come and try to see what's happening, but their son is getting possessed, and like a demon is trying to go into his body. So yeah, and they try to get him unpossessed. And I thought they showed the demon a lot, which made it even creepier. So, yeah. And there was these other, like, demon hunting guys. And they were, like, they had, like, I don't know what they're called. Like those, like, little CD kind of things that you put in a camera and it changes the color. And they thought that was, like, a ghost hunting thing. And the movie was creepy. I was convinced that that big clock that was in the hallway was the reason that all this stuff was happening. Because they showed that clock a lot. A lot. Yeah, so like near the end of the movie, like the kid is like in a land and the dad is trying to get him out. Because he's the only one that could get him out. And there's a part where the kid's hiding next to the bed, and the demon's hand comes out from under the bed. That scared me because, like, the night that I saw that movie, when I was getting into bed, I got up on the bed really fast. Because I thought the hand was going to come out of the bed. I was about to scream. Well, okay. That was my review, and I recommend that movie. Insidious from 2011. Bye. This has been a kick butt review from Little Headbanger. Bye.
There you go. Little Headbanger with her review of Insidious. I think she did a pretty fucking good job right there. Being totally subjective, I think she did great. Again, she's really cool. She's awesome. I think a future screen queen in the works, I think. So I want to thank her for doing that, and maybe we'll have her on again in the future. Yeah, let's go. Actually, I'll quickly do a quick take on this film. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Overall, I liked it. With the contents I've running with bad endings, I think it was a Zomafud 2, great channel by the way. He did an entry where he actually had Insidious as one of his least favorite endings. I don't think he thought the movie as a whole was okay, but he really hated the ending. And he said he's not really big on ghost, haunting type films. I love ghost stories, haunted house movies, whatever. I love those. I mean, really, I don't get too caught up with horror subgenres. There's so many of them. To me, a good horror movie is a good horror movie. I guess the closest thing I would say to a subgenre I'm not particularly into, only because I honestly don't have a lot of those type of films that I really like, would be maybe like the torture porn subgenre. But nonetheless, I really enjoyed ghost movies and stuff like that, hauntings and all that. So I had heard interviews about this film. As you all know, I'm not big on mainstream horror films, at least within the last 5-10 years. Slither is one that I could think of literally that was literally something I've seen within the last 10 years that was actually I enjoyed in the theater. That was kind of a bigger film. But I'd read some quotes from the director and talking about like old-fashioned scares and subtleties, and I kind of went into it kind of feeling good after reading what the director had said about it. So I saw it in the theater and honestly loved the first hour of the film. It was really creepy, more atmospheric, really cool scares. Again, subtle and just old-fashioned and really done well. No CGI or anything. Actually love the story of the film, revolved around how the kid goes in that coma and he's kind of like trapped in this outer dimension, and they have to go find him and save him. And I thought it was a really creative story, and really enjoyed that first hour. I remember actually being in the theater watching it and seeing some of the scares. I think it was the scare where the as Little Heavier mentioned, the little midget demon, like you think you see shoes under a dresser, and so you obviously think that's supposed to be him. It's not, but then the next scene she opens it, the little midget runs out. Just like little things, a guy in the window in the background, little scares like that I really liked. I thought were done extremely well. And there was a point in the theater where my buddy actually looked over next to me. I was actually literally smiling at the screen because I was just so happy with what I was seeing. Unfortunately, the second half of the film takes on a very different approach. They added some humor with like the ghost hunters, which I didn't mind at all. It was more so really the last, I'd say, 20, 25, 30 minutes of the film where it just, I've said this many times, especially with like when you're going for creepiness and scares and hauntings, I think less is more in that case. I mentioned that with the Blair Witch Project. They were doing that in the first half of this film, and then all of a sudden towards the end they were just putting a lot in your face. They showed this head demon, which Zamafud mentioned so well in his entry to my contest, about how they just showed him a lot. And I liked when they just showed him the one time behind the father's face. They flashed his face one time, and then you saw him in like the little boy's drawings, which I think was really cool. It's more mysterious and creepy, I think, the less you showed it. My daughter actually liked, being her age, she liked seeing it often, but me myself, I think less is more in that case. And they end up showing him way too much in those last 20 minutes. I agree with Zamafud how they show him like sharpening his nails in one scene, and they just totally overdo it at the end, which is completely against the way they had approached the beginning of the film. So overall, I mean, I recommend it, and I think it's good. I think had they finished the way they had started the film, I think this could have been just a great horror film. It didn't. The ending wasn't so horrible enough to where it ruined the movie for me, and then I just dismiss it. I own it. I like it. I just think it could have been absolutely great if they got the ending correctly and kept on with that same vibe that they already were using. Anyway, so that's that on the film Insidious. Overall, I'd say I recommend it and like it, but it definitely could have been great had they continued with the same vibe. So let's get to the mailbag. I got a nice live unboxing of a really cool movie of this year that I absolutely adore, and this is a really cool edition of it. And then we'll come back and we'll give you couple of reviews. Okay.